Shoot, no sound. Oh, actually, that's going to be really loud. Ugh. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Okay, good. So, now I guess I'll start this over. Um, this is going to be a comment response video to the comments made in my video last week. I'm going to start with that and then go over to the live stream chat after I've finished addressing some of the more prominent questions or theories in my last week's comment section. So, the first question that I'm going to bring up is why can't Bill leave Gravity Falls? There are a few different theories. One of the theories is that it's the UFO, but Musk and Noor kind of brings a little bit more of an idea that discredits that theory, and that's that Alex Hirsch stated that no aliens will ever come up in Gravity Falls. With that, the UFO still could play a part, but aliens won't be in the UFO or controlling it in some way. So the UFO is a possibility. It could be causing this bubble around Gravity Falls. There's also the possibility that Stanford put up a barrier beforehand of some sorts. Maybe it's the unicorn hair, maybe it's something else. But I haven't seen evidence behind that one. But knowing Stanford, he's probably got an idea in mind, some sort of contingency prepared. And I wouldn't see it beyond the scope of his character to set something up to prevent Bill from being able to take over the world. So there's a theory. Stanford could be the one who set up the barrier. This next one seems to have a lot of support, and that's either that Stanley set up the barrier or that Celestabel's, or no, not Celestabel, the unicorn hair was used. And the reason that I connect Stanley and the unicorn hair is because currently Stanford is with Celestabel, the unicorn from the last Mabelcorn. So it's completely possible that with the amount of people that Stanford has with him, they could have gone around Gravity Falls and put a unicorn barrier to prevent the weirdness from spreading around the world. It's possible, and I see that being a thing, but and I haven't really heard a lot of ways to discredit that one. Let's see. The world's Bill's strong Gravity Falls cause weak spot. Yeah, sorry, looking at the stream chat. So, Celestabel, the unicorn hair, maybe it's put there by Stanley, maybe it's put there by Stanford. Only time will tell. Let's see. Oh, and another theory that comes up in the comments section is that the Time Police created the time bubble. I don't remember exactly who said this part specifically, but maybe Blendon Blandon did it because he promised Bill. Well, Bill promised Mabel while in Blendon's body that he would create a bubble of some sort. I don't remember the exact quote. It probably wasn't the direct promise of a bubble, but that summer would last forever for her. That would explain the UFO. I don't see it being Blendon specifically. He did survive Bill's destruction of the Time Enforcement Agency, but Blendon might not be the one who set up the bubble. I'd see it more being the Time Enforcement Agency because they control time. They have the time babies, so they set that up, and it would make more sense for me, make more sense to me, for them to have created the bubble and contained this anomaly that could be catastrophic to the world, and then go to Time Baby and tell him to stop, or Time Baby will have a tantrum. That seems like the likely answer, especially since Blendon is still available. Like he survived Bill destroying them. So I can see that being a huge possibility. Um, and Kaylee Covell had an interesting theory that Bill is part of Gravity Falls and vice versa. So they're tethered together, meaning that they can't really be separated. I'm not sure on that one. It seems a little bit far-fetched, and I haven't seen a lot of evidence in there to support it. Why would a bubble be created if it's just Bill being tethered to Gravity Falls? But it's a theory nonetheless. Water. And that seems like all of the theories for why Bill can't leave Gravity Falls. I might have missed some since this morning. I actually made this last night. This morning there's been a lot of comments on the video itself, so I might have missed a couple. Sorry. A lot of people pointed out that Time Baby will return in 2030. And this is brought on because in the mailbox short with Dipper, he asked the mailbox, when will the world end? 3012. And I don't know... I forget what the evidence is for this, but the show takes place in 2012. So in 1,000 years, Time Baby will reconstitute. Well, that's 3012, when the world is supposed to end. Or at least when the mailbox says that the world is going to end. So I might have been wrong in correlating the Easter egg to Time Baby coming back to the present, but it's still a possibility. After his tantrum, he could come back and try to settle scores with Bill somehow. But, yeah, there's that. The Autistic Pony asked which pines will survive, and this clip has me a little worried. I'll explain in a second. Just gotta have it on screen first. It's a short clip. Okay.
Why would you do this? Why would you end Mabel? She is overjoyed!
She still lives on in our hearts.
Okay.
She still lives on in our hearts. Okay. That clip worries me a little because it's supposed to be her reacting to her last line, that she's no longer going to be voicing Mabel. But the way that the voice actor of Mabel, of course, is talking, it seems that something happens to Mabel, like there's an end put to her. There's a little hope for it, though. Well, hope for Mabel surviving because she is telling stories of her summer in Mabel's scrapbooks, those shorts. So maybe, well, most likely Mabel will survive. But that clip's got me a little worried that maybe she won't, because her wording. Why would you end Mabel? I wouldn't think that just stopping the show is an end to the character. But it's possible that Mabel might not survive, but she probably will. 7Seraphim7 said that the wheel might just be cut content, and also corrected me in saying that the dreamscape isn't where Bill came from. He came from the Nightmare Realm. The dreamscape is kind of a mid-ground between the real world and the Nightmare Realm. That's, of course, in our heads. It's our dreams, or something like that. So, yeah, I forgot to mention... Well, I didn't mention that it was the Nightmare Realm, and I should have when I said that it was the dreamscape. I don't remember exactly what I said in the video, but yeah. And then moving on to the symbols, a lot of people corrected me in saying that Robbie was in the episode, and I actually have a clip for that. Let me show it. Yeah. So, oh dear, no, that's cutting him off. Dang it. So, right here is where Robbie is. Okay. So, Robbie's here. He's in the episode. I just didn't notice him on first glance because there's a lot of people in this. Like a lot. So, my bad. I missed Robbie in this clip. But, who mentioned this? King Soldier 2000 mentioned that Seuss's mother is here. And at first glance, you might not really know why I'm bringing that up. You might just kind of, why is that important? She was a chair. Seuss, when the Weirdmageddon took over, Seuss's mother was turned into a chair. So she shouldn't have a human form. She should be a chair in Seuss's house. Might just be a minor inconsistency, or she was turned back to become part of the chair, but I don't know. Nice little thing to find out. A lot of people found it, don't know how to word this. A lot of people pointed out that Stanford is the six-fingered hand. In the episode, Bill literally refers to him as, oh, hey, good old six finger, or something like that. So that leaves me questioning, who is the glasses? Is it supposed to be Stanford? For me, it makes sense that it could be Stanford because we didn't know that the author and Stanford were the same characters, and the glasses might have just been a hint, alluding to the fact that Stan had a brother that isn't him. But I don't feel that it's right. I don't feel that it's intended for there to be two symbols representing one character, because why? Why have the symbol if there's already a symbol to represent that character? It leaves me wondering. Let's see. Other people correlate the glasses to Fiddleford, Sheriff Blubbs, and other characters. It might just be a representation of glasses in general, but I don't know. Six-fingered hand is, of course, Stanford, but I like to correlate it to the journals, because the six-fingered hand is on the journals, while the glasses are always being worn by Stanford. But that's just my thoughts. 2015 CP Greeno 357 said that it could be Stan's dad, and I looked at the glass style, and it doesn't seem like the same frames, so I'm not sure if it's Stan. I don't believe it's Stan's brother. Well, Stan's dad. Not brother. That would be a weird relationship. Then Joel Bernstein. No, I've already said that one. He said that the glasses could be Sheriff Blubbs or McGucket. Again, I already said that, so let's see. In the episode where we first see the bag of ice, Dipper runs into Blendin Blandin with that bag of ice. So it would seem that we could more easily correlate him with the bag of ice than Wendy, because he didn't run into Wendy. He ran into Blendin when his character was introduced, minorly introduced, but still, it's a possibility that he is the one. for the bag of ice, and Robbie, it could represent Wendy instead, the stitched up heart, because Robbie was Wendy's girlfriend for an extended period of time. So that's a possibility. Lots of stuff on here. Oh, other pieces of evidence to support that Wendy is the heart instead of Robbie is because Robbie's currently part of the chair. He's indisposed, unavailable, while Wendy's there, and if she isn't the bag of ice, and that is instead Blendin Blandin, then the stitched up heart would make sense for her. But as I said earlier, 7 Sarah Fem 7 said that the wheel might just be cut content, and that might be a possibility. The show was supposed to continue on from what I've been told, but it's not going to because Alex is tired of Gravity Falls release schedule. The llama, I don't know who the llama could be. That's all the comments that I had gone through, so I'm going to start looking at the live chat a little bit more. Pop out and move over here. Exit. So I'm going to start looking at the live chat. If you guys want to start asking questions or bringing up information, I'm going to be reading through that now. Fiddleford wrote in the journal, so it would make sense for him to be the six-fingered hand as well, or the glasses. Something like that. The llama, as I said in my video, is most likely Pacifica, but I'm not sure. Am I gonna do a Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't know right now. Most likely gonna do one more about how I don't agree with game theory. Dipper will die soon. How? Why would he be the one to die next? Well, why would he be the Pines that doesn't survive? There. The people long ago, Fiddleford. Stanley is the hat. Stanford might be the symbol for the Stanford, not Stanley. Stanley is the hat, the Pac-Man symbol, or it's at least kind of reminiscent of Pac-Man, while Ford is the six-fingered hand, but that leaves questions to who owns the glasses, because he's currently wearing the glasses. Weird Part 2 opening. Bet you that Wendy will die. Why would she die? She's not a Pines. The question, I don't remember where it was brought up, but which Pines will survive? Wendy could be a Pines by just working there, I suppose. I don't want Mabel to die. Neither does the voice actor. But she's going to allow it to come to an end because she'll live on in our hearts. What if Seuss dies, the handyman? Maybe. I don't know what would happen if he died. There'd be a lot of things that need to be repaired, for sure. But maybe someone else dies and Mabel leaves. Gravity Falls, kinda. Grunkle Stan will die. Which Grunkle Stan? Because there's two. It's probably Stanley. That you're referring to, Jack Sorenstein? Sorenstein? Yeah, I'll go with that. Dingo Diaz. That's a shout out they asked for. Oh, actually, I have another screen. And then this. And then. Oh, perfect. Poor Seuss. Or what about Waddles? They need bacon at the end of summer. That's just tradition. So, of course, Waddles isn't going to survive. Waddles will probably be fine. He's with Mabel right now, isn't he? I believe that was a thing. Pretty sure it was a thing. Dipper won't die. He's too important. Ray Eggers. He could still die. The show's coming to a close, so any character could really die. The author of the books could be considered important. Stanley could be considered important. All of the characters that we've seen in the forefront could be considered important, but maybe one of them will die. Who knows? No bars. I realize how silent it is when I look at the chat. No, not Waddles. I'm getting this. Oh, that's not good. Just realized. That's better. Nagasi, it should be fixed. Maybe Dipper and Mabel will die. Squee. Don't die, Mabel. Try your best not to die. Also, does anyone know where that came from, that phrase, which pines will survive, why that question was brought up? Because I can't quite remember at the moment. They showed a Dipper skeleton in the alternate ending, well, alternate opening, so he might be the one that dies. He might be the pines that doesn't survive, or maybe there's multiple pines that don't survive. But I'm not sure if there's a lot that can be said in that regard. Roar. Ah, Bill said it. Okay. Maybe Bill was supposed to be sealed into the mindscape. Kyla Dennis is saying this, by the way. Maybe Bill is supposed to be sealed in the mindscape because of Stanford. He found a way to seal him, but accidentally sealed Bill into Gravity Falls instead of the Nightmare Realm. So that could be a possibility, but it seems that the death ray that Stanford was using was intended to kill Bill. It went straight through his hat. and he had to fix it. That was a weird scene, but I don't think that um it was supposed to seal. I don't think that the bubble is supposed to seal Bill in the Mindscape. I think, well, no, not Mindscape, the Nightmare Realm. I think it's just kind of a containing the anomaly. I'm pretty sure it's the Time Enforcement Agency that created that bubble because they've been there. They know that it's an anomaly that will ruin time itself, so why not contain it? That would be just a bit silly for them not to. Noah, hi. Maybe Alex is tricking us and everyone dies. But that'd be such a weird ending. Everybody just dies? A single tear. Going, no, no. Foreshadowment. Why from all the characters does Seuss have 5 fingers? I don't know. I haven't focused on fingers in a while. I think that 5 fingers meant that you weren't to be trusted, or was it 4? I don't remember at the moment. I think Stan will die because he isn't important anymore. When a show's coming to an end, no character is really important anymore. So, any of them. Yeah. I don't think that's flawless logic. Or is Bill is a part of the Pines family and he dies? I'm pretty sure that at the end, Bill is just going to be sent straight to the Mindscape. No, not Mindscape. The Nightmare Realm. I keep confusing the names. Sorry. Oh my gosh, Jack, that is the biggest spoiler ever. Why would there be wars in the Star Wars? But getting back on topic, are there any questions that you still have about Gravity Falls and Weird Mageddon? What might happen in the future? Or theories that you want to share? Looney's just kind of there to be there for the moment. When I'm on a live stream, I don't want to be using him because I have to like go on and change his pose. So during live streams, Looney will probably just be sitting there, not talking, because he's a turtle. He's too slow to talk. What about the flag in that short promo? What flag? Let's see. I don't know about that flag. I do not like porcupine, and I don't know why. Joan Mota. Bill can't leave because he's part of the weird. The weird is supposed to be able to access our dimension at this point because the barrier has been broken. So, um, I don't think that it's Bill being weird and unable to leave this weird area. I think it's probably someone containing uh, this whole entire shebang. So it seems that the comments aren't really relating to Gravity Falls as much. There aren't any unfinished questions. Maybe Bill, hello, Table of the Cursed, turning him into a yellow Illuminati. Yeah, it seems that I don't really have much else to say in regards to Gravity Falls, so I'm going to end this stream. And since I still have time, I'm going to start a new one and just talk to the people in the comments section just for a little while. And that'll be that. So, back in a minute.